Hello, and welcome to the Disney Dunces. Using your touch-tone keypad, please enter the first 3 letters of the movie title you would like to see. You've selected Under Wraps. If this is correct, please press 1 now.
Hello and welcome to Disney Dunces, the only Disney podcast presented by self-proclaimed non-experts. I'm Dunce number 1, but you can just call me Richard.
And I'm Craig Stew, and I'm Dunce number 2.
And I'm the third one. Hey, between you and me, listener, let's say we keep this episode on the down low. What do you say?
Well, why on the down low?
There might have been something that was said in the movie, but I don't remember it.
It's, or in other words, like under wraps is. That's the bit. Yeah, that's the bit.
Wow, you got me good there.
I don't think anyone was supposed to get gotten. I think it's just.
No, I don't think that was very good. I'll be honest.
I don't think you're very good.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, this is the start of the Disney Dunces annual Spooktacular.
I don't know if that's true.
Spooktacular Light?
It's more like Spectre Getter? I don't know. I got nothing.
It's the Spooktacular. Everyone's excited for this every year.
I'm not. Your 2 episodes does not Spooktacular me.
That's true, because
you never know how, you never know what might happen.
I know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, because we have confirmed the Spooktacular is 2 episodes long.
Yeah, it's another day.
Yeah. But like, these episodes have a theme going, I guess.
Yeah,
this one,
it was scary.
Spooky.
Yeah, because like
we could just roll into November with it. I mean, nobody really cares. Right?
I care.
Yeah, we care. Craig, we have integrity on this podcast.
Yeah. Who do you think we are? The Simpsons?
I mean, it's too bad.
Your Halloween special whenever?
We probably could have done Can of Worms in November. Because I recall that not being much of a Halloween.
Yeah, we could have done. We could also done Mr. Frog and Mr. Toad, whatever the fuck we wanted to do. Yeah, here we are. We can't take it back now, Craig.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But by the way, I just want to say that.
Oh, I went on that ride actually, the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride in Disneyland.
How was it? Did you go to hell?
Did they? Yeah, it was so fast and boring that, like, when I say fast, I mean it was just a short ride.
Oh, okay.
And
but did I hear boring?
Yeah, boring. It's like the first ride that opened up at Disneyland, so it's like old as shit.
That's fair.
It's a classic though, so it's kind of like one of the. And it also, I never did it because it's only in Disneyland and not in Disney World. But it could have probably been a little faster. It wasn't much of a wild ride.
Do you think they have the technology to make it faster?
That's not true, though. They had, like, the whip back then. Remember the whip? You ever do the whip?
No, I've never whipped or nay-nayed.
The whip, that thing literally whips you around. That's a good one.
Wow.
It's not in Disneyland.
Craig,
I'm saying it's just a theme park.
How many toads were there?
There's Mr. Toad.
How many frogs are there?
I don't know if there was a frog. Sorry, I interrupted Rich, though. He was saying something.
Yeah, do you think they have the technology to make it faster?
That's not what you're saying. You're saying something before that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about before. Of course they have the technology to make it faster. The point is that they don't, because it's supposed to be the same ride that it was when Disneyland opened up in, the 60s or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's the appeal of it.
Do they have Small World?
What?
Do they have Small World at Disneyland?
Yeah. It's big. Well, the front facing is way bigger in Disneyland. I don't. You've been in Disney World. It's literally just like on the side, like on the street.
So.
You just walk to the thing. There's a whole like large front face, and it starts outside, and then you go inside.
Yeah, like I'm just thinking like do they really need to keep Mr. Toad? I feel like if you just keep Small World, like that's enough of old Disney that people will be happy.
I agree. But I have no attachment to it, so I don't know. You wait till the people who have attachment to it have died off.
Are they?
I mean,
It's getting pretty close.
hold on. Yeah. How old is Mr. Toad's Wild Ride? Because, like, okay, so
I feel
'cause
like
you
the
said
outliers that you do have aren't gonna. They can't put too much of a fight up that they don't want to. It's just they physically can't.
it opened in 1955.
Yeah.
Craig, I think they're dead and buried by this point.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they are.
Not all of them, but like I said, they can't physically put up a fight. It's fine.
I think
You can change it.
My dad was. What year was my dad born? I don't know math.
How does he feel about Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, whatever the fuck it's called?
Craig, when was the last time he even went on it?
Probably a couple years ago when he went to
He
visit
won't
my brother.
miss it.
He's not gonna miss it.
He probably won't miss it, but it's whatever.
I'm gonna miss it. I'll just live in agony over the fact that I never was able to ride it. That would make me sad.
According to Craig, you're not missing out on much. But
Yeah, but Craig, a lot of his opinions are wrong, so I'm not gonna listen to that one.
Craig, how do you feel about that statement?
I think that is. I think he's wrong about that, but apparently my opinions are wrong. So
Thank
that
you. It doesn't matter what he thinks.
It negates
He
that
gets
as
it.
well. Apparently,
He gets it. He
so.
understands. Thank you, Craig.
Craig,
you know what? I appreciate your self-awareness.
I think I am self-aware,
Thank you.
but I'm apparently wrong about that too. So I don't know.
That's not opinion. That's just fact. It's
Okay.
different. Yeah.
Craig, I value your opinion at least.
Well, thanks.
Whether right or wrong, I'll hear it.
Great.
Okay. Enough fucking with Craig. We got. Richard, what were you saying before the fucking Mr. Toad happened? You were mid-sentence.
What was I saying?
I
Do
don't
you
know. I
remember?
tried to get you back on track earlier, but you decided no. I'm gonna keep talking about Mr. Toad.
The thing
I
is,
didn't want to talk about Mr. Toad fucking 3 Halloweens ago, yet here we are, continuing to talk about Mr. Toad. I don't understand.
The only thing I remember really wanting to ask was if they could make it faster.
Oh my God.
And Craig acknowledged
Okay.
you instead of me, so that's why I wanted to bring up that question.
But you were asking something before.
Completely different.
It was completely before we brought up Mr. Toad at all. I interrupted you and brought up Mr. Toad.
I wish I knew. I'd have to stop the podcast and listen. In order to
All right,
figure it
it's
out.
lost. It's lost forever. We'll never know.
It happens.
Okay,
It
hold on.
happens.
If someone on the YouTube comments wants to let us know what I was talking about,
You didn't
we'll bring
say
it up
anything.
for the next
That's
episode.
the thing. You hadn't even gotten to ask.
You must have
anything.
gotten like 2 words out. Give us
No.
the first 2 words and we'll fill in the blanks.
Or at least let me know what was being said prior.
Quick, stop the recording and just go back.
Just go back.
We can't go back at
Too
this
much
point.
work.
Yeah.
That's
Craig-
so much work.
Craig, do you and Costco want to wait for me to re-listen to everything? And if I don't know, then I'm gonna have to ask you guys for your recordings.
He's gonna listen and he's gonna get stuck on fucking whether or not they have the power to fucking make it fast today.
I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. Let's talk about, guys, how do you this movie, I said it last week where I think I remember this movie being scary. This movie starts off so fucking hard for a Disney Channel original
does.
movie,
It
right?
does.
That's
Yeah.
the part that fucking stuck with me. The rest of the stupid mummy shenanigan bullshit didn't faze me, but I'm like, oh fuck, this is why I thought this movie was scary. It starts off with like a fucking like typical horror murder scene where a man drops a knife down the fucking sink and it starts spinning around because I guess disposal, and some fucking asshole breaks through the window and tries to shove his face into it. I'm like, what the fuck? This is a thing. This is a decom.
Like, I was expecting it to continue this, but
Oh my
no,
God.
it didn't. And like, I want to say that this movie had many inappropriate jokes.
Oh, so many. This one has this decom has an edge to it. This is
Like,
back when that was allowed.
Like, I don't even know if I would say that there's an edge to it, but it was definitely creepy in some aspects.
I mean, I think that's part of the edge, bud.
Was the first one when the mummy took a piss?
No.
Because I'm just trying to figure out how the hell, like, he had to unwrap some things. I would imagine.
He definitely had to. I mean,
It's true.
maybe.
That's true.
Because it wasn't
But
dangling around the whole time. Did you know that
But
was
I'm-
Patrick's voice actor who was the mummy?
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell. Could you tell it was him?
What's part of the way through the movie, I was just looking online, and as soon as I saw it was Patrick's voice actor, I could totally tell that the entire time that he was going, ooh, it sounds exactly like Patrick.
He's like the mom's boyfriend too, right? That's the same man. He was the mummy.
Was it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure that's Patrick's voice actor.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know because I feel like he looks a lot different these days than that was.
No, I think he still looks like that. I think he's
like
maybe
a
put
big
on some
dude.
weight.
He's like
He's huge. He's fucking giant. Because that's what I picked up on at first. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Patrick's voice actor. And then the mummy shows up, and I'm like, okay, that's him. That or I'm fucking crazy. Yeah.
Oh,
But,
yeah,
like-
yeah, it says Harold and Ted.
There we go.
But the inappropriate stuff I wanted to talk about was like the girl saying that she sleeps in the nude
She sleeps in the nude. Yeah.
and them talking about her bra.
Yeah, she's wearing
And-
she's wearing a bra and she sleeps in the nude.
Yeah, that's the kind of
Because they're
stuff
like horny
that,
little teenagers, you know?
Yeah, little horny little teenagers.
yeah. So like that.
I mean, you were
that's
so
the-
horny, your
Talking
mom had to
about
take
celibacy.
your mom had to take your door.
Yeah,
I
bud.
mean,
all
I'm
been there.
mainly just like I don't know. It was very not what I would expect from.
that was
a
the
decom.
edge, bud. That's the edge that this movie has. This movie has an edge.
I don't know.
It does. What do you mean you don't know?
In a world after the man from Nickelodeon did he inserted all of the feet stuff into all of those Nick shows. Like I now have my questions about whoever wrote this decom, if they had other intentions.
I don't think it was super fetishy. Like it's not a Dan Schneider situation. I don't think.
Yeah, that's the man.
I also don't think the Dan
know.
Schneider shows really showed that, other than I guess the fate. He's always casting.
There was a lot of feet scenes and stuff.
We had other than casting pretty people, but that's just kind of like
That's Hollywood, baby.
that's just Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say there's so much evidence against him. I'm not gonna say, oh, he cast a bunch of pretty people as one of them. You don't have to reach with Dan Schneider.
You might have to reach forward. I'm trying to.
You know, you went. I appreciate that you ran without a destination and just kind of hoped you'd end up there. I respect it, Greg. You'd have to run for, reach for help. I don't know. What do you want? What are you looking for here? But yeah, that's under wraps.
So I'm going to be honest. I didn't pay 100% attention to the movie this time around.
No one's surprised by you saying that, but I'm going to say I did not pay 100% attention to the movie this time around.
I was falling asleep towards the end of it.
Wait, did everyone have issues with this movie?
It's not a
It's boring.
good movie. Yeah, nothing happens.
It's just boring. Yeah.
And that's a shame. Like I know, and I'm sorry because I know I'm the one who like suggested this because I thought it would be. Oh, you know, we only have 2 episodes. Let's get a Disney classic, and I assume a new Disney, and just kind of compare the two for this week's
But I mean,
I can't call it the spooktacular. It's this Halloween season.
Spectacular. We take away an O because it's shorter.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with
we're
that.
watching Star Trek
Spectacular.
next week.
Just
what?
anything with Leonard Nimoy or Shatner.
Spectacular. It's going to be great.
I'm okay with that.
By the way, guys, I kicked
Oh wait,
a pine
did
cone.
we mention it? It's the season of boys. Too. October, right? Is the season? Of
Yeah,
boys?
it's Season of Boys.
Yeah, that's why we
Let's
watched
go.
this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like that was implied, but yeah, we can announce it in case you somehow forgot. It's the Season of Boys.
Season of boys. Love it.
Right for the picking. Let's go.
Yeah, and we picked 2 ripe boys out from under us. It was a real coming of age story. I think
can't remember
this
their
movie
names.
was.
Marshall.
Minkus was one of them, right?
Marshall
Minkus,
and
Minkus
Minkus.
is one of them.
I think his name was
What was his
Marshall.
name?
I think it was.
Oh, Marshall and Minkus?
Was it
Okay, I'm okay
Marshall?
with that.
I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Why not? It can be.
I feel like
it
it
is
was
now. It's Marshall and Minkus, baby. Craig, don't even fucking look it up. He's Marshall now. It's not going to matter. How much of this movie we're talking about?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about much. I just had like questions of the overall plot. Because,
Yeah,
like,
sure. Hit me with it. I'll try to answer
I
them.
was right.
Okay.
So,
You don't want to know the
basically-
other kid's name?
Minkus. It's Minkus. You can tell me fucking
It's just
anything
an
else.
equally as nerdy name, though.
It's Minkus.
His name is Gilbert.
Oh my god. That's
I feel like
that's so rough.
I blame like movies like this for taking the name Gilbert and making it into like the nerd name. You know what I mean? It's like it just has
it's Gilbert.
yeah. Yeah, but it wouldn't have sounded like that before. You know, if there was a bunch of guys named Richard who were a bunch of nerds. You know, in
No, I think Richard is too sharp of a name.
I guess.
If
It also
You-
goes with. It also can be turned to Dick, and that's pretty good in itself. But Gilbert has too many. It's got the gut and the butt.
Did you search
If you
Gilbert?
go to
Is that-
Google
Is
images,
Gilbert?
the first image you find when searching Gilbert is like he looks like who's that guy from Futurama, the green one?
Kif?
Kiff?
Yeah, he looks like
Kiff
Kif,
with hair?
Kif with hair and glasses.
He does look like Kif.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Too bad because Gilbert Godfrey, you know, not.
I was going to say, I
He's a-
think that's the
he's a-
exception
he's
to
a
Gilbert,
cool
but
Gilbert.
also, I don't look at Gilbert Gottfried and think,
What a cool guy.
like, yeah, he makes me fucking laugh, but he's not Arthur Fonzarelli, you know? The man didn't help the cause doing the thing with his voice, which he did. Oh, man.
I heard that they took them out of the tiki room.
Wait, what? What does that mean?
They were
Iago?
Yago and so
Zazu.
the tiki room, the enchanted tiki
Sounds
room
pretty tacky, to be fair.
initially was just a bunch of birds, and then did the singing and whatever, and then they changed it and called it Under New Management and added Yago and Zazu, which was fun because
Yeah, that's cute. It
Right?
makes sense.
apparently they took them back out.
Why?
I don't know why you'd want to take them out. It's like kind of
That's
like,
weird.
It's like an old ride or attraction, like that was kind of boring, and then they made it a little bit more Disney and fun.
You see, it's the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride people complained. It wasn't. This isn't their tiki room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See, we have to let them
Yeah.
die before we change things.
So yeah, you gotta. Once they're dead, they'll be back, and we'll fucking get rid of that fucking stupid wild ass ride. I'm sorry, that mild ride. Am I right, Craig?
It was barely mild.
Yeah. So, Richard, you had some questions about Under Wraps.
How did they find the mummy? Were they just grave robbing?
No, so there was an old man, and he is like a crotchety old man, and his house is like super spooky, and there's all a bunch of rumors about him. And they went to collect money from him because he's been not paying his paperboy for the past 2 years, and he fucking died. And they're like, hey, I heard a bunch of crazy stuff about that fucking dead old man who stole that money from me. Let's go underneath his basement and like check shit out. And so they do, and then they open the sarcophagus. And the moonlight shines on it, which completes the ritual of the Parade of the Dead.
Accidentally opened this.
Accidentally, yeah. And he comes to life.
Okay. I think I have a clear understanding of the movie now, in which like he comes back to life, but they have a time frame that they gotta like send him back to the shadow realm.
Yeah, or else he'll turn into dust
Okay.
by the end of Halloween midnight or some shit like that.
And that's the only thing? Like what where does
Yeah.
the mummy lady come in?
You ever see The Mummy? The
I
actual
don't think
movie?
she comes in anything, but I know Harold comes in her. That was a plot point.
Have you ever seen
I
The
guess
Mummy with Brendan Fraser?
No.
No.
Well, that was the same plot point, like in that one, because he's like, he was like, he took that vow of celibacy or whatever, and he was like a guy, like a
Brendan Fraser?
no, the mummy in the
That's
Mummy.
a shame because I've seen clips of that movie. That guy fucks.
Yeah, he looks hot in that
Yeah.
movie.
We're
He
talking
looks
about-
kind of like everyone's favorite
he
Mario
looks like-
Maker speedrunner. Do you see
looks-
the similarities?
What?
What are you talking about? No one
Yeah,
knows
what
who
are
the
you
fuck
talking
you're
about?
talking
I was gonna say he looks like George of the Jungle, but
Oh no,
because he is George of the Jungle.
no. We've talked about someone on this show, which is a big TikTok star for Mario, in which I think he looks very similar to young Brendan Fraser.
okay. You said Mario speedrunner.
No
you
idea who
mean
you're talking about.
I mean Kaizo Mario player?
Yes, mhm.
Yeah, there we
They
go.
look very similar.
I'm just like I don't think we talked about any Mario speedrunners. Now I'm sure that he does speedrun. Maybe I don't know if he has actually like Mario World or anything like that, but a lot of Kaizo play.
Well,
He's done those quickly.
in the Mummy movie, the priest guy, which is Imhotep, who's the mummy,
Yeah.
is caught with the princess or
His
whatever.
pants down.
Yeah, he's caught
Yeah.
with the princess.
Sounds like it.
And so they
She
mummify
cute?
they mummify him alive. Yeah, and then they put the fucking what do they call them, scarab things or whatever, and they eat him from the inside out, and then he dies. But
Probably
then he becomes a
scarabs.
mummy. They awaken.
Is that how they kill him in it?
in what the movie?
Is that a spoiler for the movie? Is that how they end
That
them?
sounds like the beginning of the movie.
that is the
anything.
beginning of the movie
Yeah.
Oh,
because this takes
okay.
place.
Yeah, that's
in,
why I
this
allow-
takes
that's why
place
I
in
allowed
Egyptian
it.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember how
Yeah.
they kill him. They beat him though.
That's fair.
'Cause
Well,
there's
that would
three
be
of them.
spoilers.
There's three
that
of
would
them,
be
so-
spoilers. Please.
Man.
Please.
Yeah, but like this movie, I feel like it didn't do anything special. Like there was
At
no
all.
urgent. Wait. Actually,
There
you
was
know what?
plenty
Now
of
that I think
urgency. It
about
just
it,
wasn't good.
what's with the mafia dudes? There was a mafia, right?
Yeah, well, kinda. I guess he has ties to the mafia. It's not really explained so much. It's the old man that they killed to get their money back for the paper. Turns out he faked his death. He wasn't actually dead.
And so he wasn't
He was
actually
a mu-
dead.
he
the
was
kid
a
stole the
museum
mummy,
curator.
and he wants it back.
What? I'm explaining to you right now.
Fuck, sorry.
So stop talking
trying-
over me
I'm
while I
trying
answer your
to-
question.
I'm trying to tie the webs
Richard,
together
you had the
myself.
time to piece all this together, and it was when you were watching the movie.
I know.
This is the part where you get to sit back and have it spoon fed to you, which I don't know. We've been doing this podcast for 4 years now. I think that's what you prefer. Thank you. That's right.
Give me. My tongue's out. I'm ready.
He was the museum curator, and during that time, he stole a bunch of artifacts and he kept them in his basement so he could retire early. And then originally his plan was to sell them piecemeal one by one. However, the IRS caught on to him, so he sold them all in one batch and faked his own death because you can't arrest a dead man. And while he sold everything in one batch, he realized the sarcophagus was missing its bits and bobs, being the mummy, I suppose.
What would you rather have? Would you rather have a mummy or the sarcophagus?
Both, because
No,
one
you
without
can
the
only have
other
one.
is... If I can only have one, probably the sarcophagus, because the mummy probably stanky.
Not apparently, if you just spray some cologne on it, it's good to
Cologne
go.
on him is fine.
What do you think is worth more to a museum?
That's I guess maybe the mum. I don't know.
Craig,
I don't know because the sarcophagus is it's ornate and amazing and will last forever. I guess the mummy would too, but it's also I don't know. I've never seen a mummy just out. You know, it's in something. I guess you can make a fake sarcophagus.
I think there's mummies just out.
Is there? That's gross.
Yeah, but they're preserved and shit.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I usually see them in a sarcophagus.
okay, I'm gonna go to
How many
eBay
actual
right now.
mummies are there, like in museums? Though I guess is also that like you can see.
That's a good question.
I don't know.
I guarantee if I've seen a real sarcophagus, I can't fucking tell you if I've seen an actual mummy.
Okay, I'm going to eBay and I'm trying to find prices of a real mummy,
You
and
know
a
what?
real
I'm going to say
sarcophagus.
mummy final answer because we used up most of them. We ate them.
The mummies? Or the
Yeah, we
sarcophaguses?
used to eat mummies. We don't have a lot of mummies because we ate them all. So I'm going to say mummy final answer. Intact mummy?
Intact mummy price. I'm going to find this.
Like, it looks like some of these mummies, real mummies, are not like necessarily like, you know, the classic wrapped up man.
No, because
Dude.
we ate them. We ate all the cool ones. We ate the ones that still had the wrappers on because, you know, food safety.
Apparently, people were paying to be mummified in ancient Egypt.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but like,
We
how
do that today too.
like we could totally scam people. Like
don't
they
know if
won't
we
know that you
can.
didn't mummify them.
I don't think they'd believe you. Also, they'd probably just go get, you know, embalmed like
I think
normal
this guy looks like he's ready. He's ready to chow down on that mummy.
people. It's a picture of a man with a spork. And he's really digging in.
He's digging
Don't
into
worry.
the mummy.
Every image that we're
It's
sharing
just like the
in the
episode of
Discord,
Seinfeld with the Snickers. They're cutting the Snickers.
Wait, the Snickers a junior mint?
No,
Or is there a different
they're
one?
cutting the Snickers with a knife and fork.
Oh, that's fucking right.
That's what it reminds me of.
Sorry, I saw a man on an operating table. The first thing I saw was the
But it looks like
junior
he's got a knife and fork.
mint. No, that's a spork in his finger.
by the way,
Mummies are
every
finger food. Everyone
single
knows this.
image that is being linked in Discord is going on the Twitter.
Yeah, going on the Twitter.
Like Gilbert is already there. He's been there for the past 10 minutes.
Yeah, good.
I'm just glad that they're there, and then people have to wait, you know, till the end of the week to find out. What
I
the
mean,
heck it
they only
means.
have to wait 3 days.
Yeah,
They only have to probably not wait at all. If anyone at all is seeing the Twitter, they're likely it's because they heard the podcast.
I'm saying if they're watching it,
True.
right? Yeah, they see it. No,
Yeah, I don't
I don't know. Maybe they're big time Twitter followers.
I mean, Gilbert has 2 views already.
Wow, and those are both you.
They might be.
All right. So yeah, that was it was a good talk.
Yeah, I really have nothing to say about this movie. It was
There's-
underwhelming.
Yeah. I see why he didn't put on Disney Plus and he took it off of Amazon and threw it in the trash and burned it.
I mean, yeah, like this was the first DCOM, right?
Yeah, it's attributed to that as much.
Yeah, and it's like, man, we can only go up from here, right?
Yeah, like I'm sure people remember this movie fondly, and you know maybe if one of them peoples hears this, you know what, go fucking watch the movie and tell me it's any good.
like Space Jam.
Like Space. God, I knew Space Jam was bad, but having watching that somewhat recently, man.
Or all of the Halloween towns.
Actually, one thing I want to talk about that surprised
man.
me is, as you mentioned, it's not on Disney Plus. They're trying to keep it under wraps.
Yeah.
And there were multiple different videos on YouTube that is the full movie. Multiple
it's
different
funny.
channels.
Yeah, they don't. If they don't protect the IP, it's not theirs anymore. So it's smart.
All right.
Is wild. Yeah, I feel like we should fill up time. It is only.
Okay, can I tell you about the pine cone I kicked the other day?
Yeah, sure, man. Let's hear about this pine cone.
Okay, so we were going to the doctor's office, and I saw a pine cone in the parking lot, and I said, "Hey, Lynn, watch this." And I kicked the pine cone, and it went really far. And when I look where it landed,
Can you do that again, but you don't name names?
she was on the podcast. It's fine.
Is that just all it takes? Great. Now Craig's gonna invite his whole fucking family and third grade teacher on the fucking podcast.
You've named Lynn multiple times on this podcast already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And every
that's
time you
because we've
do,
done
I
it
think,
before.
oh,
It
guess
doesn't
we're
mean we
naming
shouldn't-
people, but I didn't say anything because not my place.
It is my place though. So please can you do that again without naming names?
I think you actually even invited her to speak on the podcast yourself.
Yeah, I'm fine with her speaking.
Oh, okay.
Is she fine with her name being named on the podcast?
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the
all
thing.
we need. You want to go ask
We
for
could-
confirmation?
Can you go get a written consent? I'll talk about One Piece with Craig for like a minute.
Okay, fine. I went to the doctor's with one person, and I went
you.
and kicked this pine cone. I said, "Hey, friend, watch this."
This is so much better of a story already. Please continue.
And I kicked the pine cone, and it went really far. And like, she wasn't impressed, but I was. And then next thing you know, I look where it landed, and it's next to a $10 bill. And you know what I did with that $10 bill?
You wrapped it in the pine cone and sent it on its way.
PayPal'd me $10.
No, I kept it in my wallet until this morning, in which, in case you didn't know, Powerball is now up to, I think it's $1.2 billion.
Wow, that's crazy.
So what I did, I bought 5 Powerball tickets, and I'm going to invite every single person who listens to this podcast to watch the lotto drawing. Well, it's going to be over, actually. I'm going to invite every podcast listener to cheer for me when I win my money tonight.
How about you invite them to a big party that you're going to throw after you win your money?
No, that's how you get murdered.
Yeah, it really
You want him to
is,
get
Craig.
murdered?
How about your number one fan?
Craig-
That's how he goes to prison. You want him to go to prison?
He's like 20. What are you talking about?
I don't
Who's
know.
going to prison?
He's someone on the internet.
Okay.
They're all 12.
Yeah, Craig. Everyone, you have to assume every single person is 12 years old, and you got to talk to them like they're 12 years
You gotta
old.
talk
I don't want to talk to our number fan. I've become
Isn't
friendly
that
with our
right,
number
buddy?
one fan. We're Instagram buddies now.
Wow,
Oh.
he's getting really defensive. I think he's gone too far, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah, you hear
Craig-
that, officer? He said he was 20 something.
Okay, we are going to have a nice trip to Disney, the 3 of us, and Craig, you can bring one friend, whoever that may be. I mean, I don't know who it's going to be, but Craig, you're going to surprise us. I hope.
I hope. Just don't
Yeah.
let them surprise us with a knife. That's all I ask.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Oh, but anyway, I think that's all I really wanted to talk about today.
All right.
Craig, do you have any thoughts for next week?
That's it. Our spooktacular is 30 minutes long.
Well, Craig, I'm fine with continuing the podcast, but Richard here brought the pinecone story, and you're staring at your fucking phone. I assume you're down. It's either you're looking at your phone or you're looking at your dick. It's which is more interesting, Craig?
I guess the phone probably.
There we go.
Maybe Craig's trying to find something that can one up the pinecone story.
Oh, okay. What you got, Craig? What you bring to the table?
Oh,
Remember, the thing
I
that
have
beat
a
is
story.
pinecone.
This is my story. This pissed me off the other day. The other day, I went to the gas station to fill up my tank, which was basically empty, by the way. So we're talking, full tank of gas right here. Mm-hmm. And I go to their station. It's right on the corner, right by my house. They only take cash. This place, Russian guys at this gas station. Ooh,
They wear tracksuits?
No, they only take cash.
Okay.
So, you know how expensive gas is, right? Everybody knows how
Yeah, it's
expensive
crazy.
gas is. So, it was $52, I think is what it was, to fill up my tank. And so, all I had in my wallet was
I'm waiting for this pinecone.
was a couple. All I had in my wallet was a couple $100 bills. I had 220s.
You just care. Wait, what? Why do you just have a couple $100?
Because I get paid some in cash a lot, so
okay.
some of my pay comes in cash sometimes.
Got it.
'cause-
Okay, that makes sense. That's fair. Okay.
So I take,
was like, this fucking guy with his big money purchases. He's going. He's stopping at the Lego store. I assume.
I wasn't going anywhere. I just had to fill up my tank. I literally was going back there and back.
All right. Sorry. Continue.
So I go. I had 2 20s, a 10, and a 1. Right. So I had $51, and I had 100. So I was like, all right. Well, I handed him a $100 bill. Guy gives me a fucking attitude. I'm like, what do you mean? What the fuck are you giving me an attitude? He's like, and he starts to give me the change, and he hands me 45. And I'm like, it's $48. And he's like, well, he's like, he's like, I don't have any more bills. And he starts to hand me fucking dimes. I'm like, I don't want fucking dimes. I said, hold on. And then at this point, now is when I'm counting the other bills. I didn't know I had 51. I noticed I had some, so I'm like, all right. So I had 20, 10, 50. I handed him 51. He's like, well, you still owe me $1. I'm like,
you can't.
like, I'm like, dude, just take the 51 or fucking do. And then I'm like, all right, okay, hold on. So I'm like, I have some change in my car. So I'm like, I'll give him the fucking change. So I'm digging through my fucking change, and he tells me, hurry up. I'm like, bro, there's nobody fucking behind me. You're a gas station that only accepts cash. First of all, how do you not have change? Second of all, why are you giving me an attitude about this?
I have a theory why he doesn't have any change.
It's because everyone pays in hundreds?
No one's going there.
No, everybody goes to this gas station. It's always packed.
Okay.
Because it's the cheapest station around.
I have no fucking clue then.
It's the cheapest station. Everybody goes there. It's always busy.
Well, I'm guessing they do probably just regularly lock up the change then, the money.
Well, then just take my $51 and walk in and say you're good.
I agree, but they do have a business to run.
So I go through my change. I pulled out the dimes and I handed him $10 in dimes, and I said,
perfect.
I said, take care. Fuck you. No, I didn't say that.
Did you actually say
you cursed at him?
No,
he didn't curse at him.
No, but I was. I did tell him, like, well, when he said to me, hurry up, I said, don't give me an attitude because you don't have change. Like, it's
good. That's fair.
It's your fucking business. You should have fucking change. If you can't give me the fucking change, then like.
But I will say this: if it is a packed gas station that only takes cash, I think it is smart of them to take their money and put it in a safe as often as they can.
Well, then go get it. That's a.
I agree, but also I believe that's probably you don't just go and open the safe.
Yeah, because probably
they should have dollar bills on them all the time. Gas is extremely expensive, so people should be paying. People
agree,
are paying with
I
hundreds all the
get it.
time. I'm sure.
I get it.
So like they should have enough money. So like we're at my job where people pay with $100 bills, especially in the morning. It sucks because we don't really have a lot of change. Granted, luckily for us, we have a gas or not. We have a bank right like two doors down. So I just walk literally 2 doors down and just go break that 100 as soon as I can. But say I couldn't, I would just take the 51 and I'd say, all right, you're good,
Craig.
And then we're fine,
Craig, they have the cheapest gas in town. They can't just be given $1 here and there.
They're already taking a hit, Craig.
All right.
I'm gonna say this. Yeah, he shouldn't have fucking rushed you.
Exactly.
You should be mad about that.
I am mad. I'm not mad about him wanting his money. But if he's going to rush me and not have the amount of change, then that's an option, is what I'm saying. He could have done.
No. That's business. He should recognize that and understand that.
Are you going back?
Yeah, business is also wanting.
Of course he is.
Yeah, it's right there.
Cheapest gas in town.
It is, but they, like I said, they only accept cash. So I still think it's weird that they wouldn't have enough money, especially by it was like midday. It wasn't even like first thing. It was like
they probably just cleaned it. They probably just cleared it, bud.
They don't just clear. You don't just clear. You keep change on you,
Craig.
You put the 100 if you
gas station, Craig.
If you have exactly, they're a gas station. The guy
let's
carries
name all the
dollars.
Places that get robbed.
I don't think you're getting robbed over here.
Robbery, Craig.
Wayne.
Gas stations. Nah. That's kind of the end of the list.
Like if this is the one I'm thinking of, it's a good target. I would be hitting this place up if I was still over there.
I bet this place has gotten hit, which is why they're constantly clearing the register.
Is it a register? He just holds it in his pocket.
He's got to deposit it at some
Probably
point.
got the register stolen too many times.
Whatever.
I'm with you, Russian gas station man. I understand your plight. However, you have to be patient. I will be patient with you, but you must be patient with Craig. This is the pact. He's a big listener, I'm sure. Huge fan.
I'm now looking to just see if this gas station did get robbed.
Okay.
When you look at
I need to know.
gas stations.
How much time do we have to kill for you to get look this up?
You remember there was that
don't
gas
know.
station that was on 23 that got the car like think somebody died or something. Like the car, like a guy was like, I don't know, he was out of control. I think he was on drugs or something, and he like plowed into like a parked car, and I think he killed 2 people at a gas station.
That's a okay.
Because it was off the highway.
Yo, so the Mummy movie. I wanted to bring this up because so the whole movie, the whole thing was the fucking Harold's the Mummy. He's in love, and this shows the stupid what's his name, Marshall, the kid who is like pissed off that Patrick Star is fucking plowing his mother, and he's fucking angry about it. But by the fact that this mummy loves this woman that he wasn't supposed to be fucking, he's like, you know what, Mom? Do you love Patrick Star? Then you get in there, babe. And she's all like, thank you. I appreciate your blessing. But at the end of the movie, because the whole plot was, like we said before, he has to go back into his sarcophagus and go to sleep, or else he's going to get turned to dust. So it's like 2 minutes left of the movie. They get the sarcophagus with the mummy woman that he loves, who at this point has been asleep. She's been asleep the whole fucking movie. He opens her sarcophagus, wakes her up, and then goes, all right, good night. And then they both just go to sleep in separate sarcophaguses. And I'm like, what is the point of that? What did that accomplish? You woke her up. She should have no fucking idea what's happening, because Harold had no fucking idea what was happening when he woke up. He fucking wandered the fucking world and got a fucking extra large orange soda. And that was an accomplishment for him. You woke up this bitch has been asleep for thousands of years, groggy as shit, woke her up and then said, good night. Then fucked off into your own sarcophagus. What was that? It's supposed to be this big emotional, oh my god, true lover. It's not. You fucking woke her up and then said fuck off. Because guess what? If you stay up for a second longer, you will die. I don't know. That bothered me. That bothered the heck out of me. I had to get it out there before we move on to finding out how many times this gas station got knocked over.
I can't find any. I see a sign on there, like on the little house that they live in. Do you know that?
What house? Nobody lives in a house. It's a gas station.
Wait. Hold on. Because I'm looking at Google Maps right now from October 2021, in which they have 5 cents off Saturday and Sundays. But under that, they said, for complaints and suggestions, please call.
No,
and Craig, I am going to give you that number.
It actually says, no, sorry. It doesn't say complaints. It says for complaints and suggestions, I believe.
Okay, complains.
Nope. This actually has the T.
Oh, there's a sign there that's incorrect spelling, and I always found it funny.
Craig, this could be your chance to get that guy fired. Or at least get that man some singles.
It's okay. I'm not that mad about it anymore. It's like, that's all
Craig,
right.
maybe this guy is really upset at the fact that his boss doesn't give him singles, and you could be the guy to change his boss's mind and get that man the singles.
Yeah, you can save this man's life. He can imagine what he could do with all those singles.
Or Craig,
it's all right.
What another thing you can do is, like, you know the episode of Seinfeld where George goes out of his way to buy a chair for the security guard? Mm-hmm. Next time you go to the gas station, get that man 100 singles.
Just give him 100 singles?
Well, don't give him 100 singles. See if he trade.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Craig,
I feel like this is going to be like the
favor.
dime situation. You'd be like, I don't want your singles.
I mean,
well, he took your dimes, didn't he? You didn't want his dimes.
No, I didn't want one of his dimes. Fuck his dimes.
Yeah, no, he was fine taking your dimes. You didn't play about that.
Yeah, it was first of all, it was between 30 dimes and 10 dimes. That's a 20 dime difference. So, you know. But he's funny because he said to me, he goes, you don't have any quarters? I said, no. I didn't have any quarters. I said, do you want to give me
This wasn't planned.
Do you want me to give you pennies?
You should have.
Greg,
next
I'm
time.
telling you. Next time, singles.
Next time. No, next time
Or-
pennies.
maybe-
Pennies.
I'm gonna give him like Kramer with
Give
the
him
pennies.
singles, maybe some fives. Fives and singles. That's how you should be paying this man.
Do you know how much this
Craig
requires
doesn't
me to
carry
then?
fives and singles. He's rolling around with hundies.
Yeah, I got the hundies.
You can go to the bank. You probably have to deposit that money at some point anyway. So this is the perfect chance. Like, you're going to deposit like $300 into your account.
This is too much. This is too much work for what? So the guy can help other people.
He's going to the bank anyway.
Yeah, well, what is his plan? Craig already has a job. He's also fucking moonlighting at the gas station for free.
I mean, he's not moonlighting, but he's just helping a brother out.
Fuck
A
that
brother
guy.
out, the man rushed him.
Craig, you have to treat people with the same.
Look, the guy in Seinfeld was not treating George like crap. George just saw him there.
You know what? You know what I think it is? I think you know what happened? He was probably doing a bit.
Me?
He was waiting for you to respond, hey, you're the one Russian here, not this guy. Baba booey. And it's probably like his favorite joke. It's probably his favorite joke, and he wanted to share that with you. And you let him down.
I'm a Russian, you.
What?
Greg, you need to work on your delivery before you
Yeah.
actually perform that to the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe work on an accent as well. That'd
Don't
be
do
good.
that. You'll get shot. He definitely has a gun because, you know, all the times he's been robbed.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's packing.
Anyway,
Not packing
that's all that I
singles.
wanted to talk
Yeah, good
about.
podcast.
Yeah. Craig, I'm glad that you were able to pad another like 17 minutes. Oh, that was good. Thanks, Craig.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Craig, you saved the day, buddy.
Craig, because you saved the day, what do you want to do next episode? To end the spooktac... Sorry,
Yeah,
not
I feel like he
spooktacular.
almost said next week.
I always want to say that because we've been having a next week for like 170 weeks. But now we no longer have 100. Well, now we're no longer doing every week. So that's why it's just like, you know, it's hard to deprogram myself.
How much time do you need to deprogram yourself?
You know what they say, that it takes twice as long to get over someone.
As the relationship lasts?
Yeah, That's basically how long it's going to take to deprogram me, in which we had 170 weekly episodes, times that by 2, so another
That
340.
sounds like made up. Is there like an actual like conversion rate for that? Like, does it have a limit to it? Because I mean, you could be like married to someone for ever, and then they just die, and then they
That's
get
why
remarried.
That's why people don't get remarried. Some don't.
I feel like a lot of people do though.
What
Like
is
Marshall's
that
mom.
statistic, do you think?
I don't know. I don't have a way of. That's why I feel like that thing you said is made up.
No.
Maybe that applies to like high school. Like,
Maybe not high school, but I don't know. Craig, did you give us an answer?
yeah, Craig, what are we doing next
I guess
episode?
I get the scariest film of all time, Cadet Kelly.
Because women.
Terrifying.
Yes. Hope I don't see any of those on my way home from the gas station. That's number one sign off. Good night and God bless.
I'm Craig Stew and I'm leaving too.
I'm the third one. And I'm not in a hurry. Ooh.
Gilbert and Marshall, Amy will be with you too.
You're the new girl, right?
I'm Amy.
Welcome to the secrets of the Egyptian tomb.
Shouldn't there be another mummy?
The mummy mysteriously disappeared.
I found a stolen mummy.
Hey there, nice mummy.
You want me to take a mummy into my house with my mom home? You're the one who loves mummy.
Who's your friend?
That's Harold, kid from school. He's actually pretty cool once you get used to him. Here, it's hot sauce.
The mummy, it's gone.
You gotta stick with us, Harold. It's not safe to run off. We need some expert advice.
If he doesn't make it back into his coffin, he could turn to dust.